Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Jamie Hughes Show. My name as always is Jamie Hughes and today I'm going to be giving you my review of The Mummy. Now as always with my videos, this review may include spoilers, so you have now been warned. Okay, so The Mummy. Not gonna lie, I actually rather enjoyed this film. I don't think it's a perfect film by any stretch of the imagination, but I really enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a very fun, original, fresh film, and I think it had something for everyone at points. I think it had a great blend of comedy, action, and a little bit of horror thrown in. Personally, I would have liked to have seen a little bit of more horror. I think there were some scenes where the horror and the scariness of the monster could have been stretched out, but overall, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought the story was great. I think it had a real freshness to it. I say it did become a little bit muddied in the middle, but then it also kept me guessing throughout at points, and not to kind of spoil anything for you, but I did actually enjoy the way that this film ended. I thought it was very unique and it was very different to how I thought this film was going to go, so I've got to applaud him for that. I also enjoyed the mishmash and the blending of horror monsters in this film because, again, this is a little bit of a spoiler, but Russell Crowe's character is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and I really loved the way that that was incorporated into this film. Obviously, it's a little bit of world building with Universal's Dark Universe. There was a lot of, I think, homages to old movie characters in Jekyll's lair. Yeah, and I want to see more of that. I want to see more of that world building being sewed into this Dark Universe cinematic franchise, and I think it worked. It did really work. So as I said, this is a really fun, enjoyable film, and the only kind of gripe I do have with it is the fact that I wanted to see more of basically everything in this film. I wanted to see them build the Mummy universe and the Mummy world a little bit more. It did kind of just seem to take place in one or two locations, but I have a theory on that, which I'll explain a little bit later on, so it doesn't sound like I'm contradicting myself in a bit. I wanted to see more of the guy from New Girl, and I can't remember his name, but I thought he was a really fun character, and I think he drove a lot of the comedy, a bit like, if I had to compare him, I'd compare him to Jonathan in the original Mummy films. I just would have liked to see a bit more of him because he was very prominent, and then he kind of disappeared in the middle of the film and then just popped up nicely at the end, rather conveniently to tie into the end of the story. I also wanted to see a lot more horror. I had read somewhere before I went into this film that this film was sort of a horror adventure film, but there really wasn't a lot of horror for me in it. There were scenes where they could have incorporated a lot of horror, and there is one scene where it worked quite well at that spooky dookiness of the Mummy character, but I felt like they could have built on that and they could have made this film a lot scarier. As I said, I did really enjoy this film, but overall I just wanted to see a lot more of the Mummy, and I really hope this film does do well commercially because, as I said, I want to see more of the Mummy, and I would love to see this this franchise expand. I think there's definitely a sequel in it, and I think it would, if you did the story well, you could definitely make a really solid trilogy of this film, of this franchise. Yeah, so I really enjoyed it. So I want to know what you thought about the film. If you have seen The Mummy already, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments below. And if you did enjoy this video, why not give it a like, and why not subscribe, because you'd be helping me out massively. And I will see you in the very next episode of The Jamie Hughes Show. Ta-ra!